G'day Maths Legends, it's important to have a good pair of glasses on to get stuck into these questions. Today we're going to be looking at subtraction of fractions and making sure that those denominators are the same before we can do anything to them. Alright guys, good luck with your sums. Okay guys, we're going to be looking at a fraction. So when we look at fractions guys, we know that there's a denominator. Okay, so that's really important. That's a little bit too big, that pen. There we go, try again. So we know that there's a denominator, all right? We know that's the number that sits at the bottom. And we know that when we're adding fractions together, all the denominators need to be the same. So we need to have a common denominator. So this 4, so I can add this as long as all the other fractions have also got a 4 down the bottom. We know that fractions also have a numerator, and that's the number that sits up the very top, and that's really the only thing we're going to be adding, okay? So, the most important thing we need to remember is when fractions are added or subtracted, okay, they can only be calculated if the denominators are the same. That's really important. So let's have a look at this first one down the bottom here, guys. Excuse me, we start off with 3, so this really is 3. I'm just going to rub that out. I'm going to try that one again. So what we're saying here is that one is 3 quarters. All right, I'm just going to make this bigger. So this is 3 quarters minus, that is 2 quarters or a half. Now, when I look at this, I've still got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that my denominator is going to remain the same. And what they're saying is I've got 3. I'm now going to deduct 2 away from that. And that will leave me 1. Okay, that'll leave me 1. Because 3 minus 2 is 1. And that leaves me 1 quarter just there. Okay, let's try that again. This time what I might do is I might try and shade it the same colour. So let's have a look at it now. I've got 2 quarters. So let's try again. Sorry, I've just lost my pen. Let's try that again. All right. Okay, so I've got 2 over 4 minus 1 over 4 this time. So what I'm saying is I'm going to take this one away from this one. Okay, so effectively I'm going to end up with 1 remainder over here. All right, so 1, I've only got 1 corner left. So that is 1 quarter. All right, let's look at the next one. The next one I have, it's out of, if I count up the denominators first, there are 5 denominators. There are 5 denominators in this one. And finally, there are 5 denominators in the last one. Okay, so I'm going to just put a 5 there. Okay, and then finally what we're going to do is we're going to count them up. So I have 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to say 3 fifths minus 2 fifths equals 1 fifth. So if I take these ones away from here, I'm just in different colours so you can see. I'm going to take these ones away. Okay, I'm going to take those away from here. Alright, that means that I'm only going to be left with this one here. Alright, then that would equal 1 fifth. Then finally, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 fifths. Okay, minus 1 fifth. Okay. I'm going to take that one away. That leaves this one, and this one. So that's that one, that one, that one. And that, of course, equals 3 fifths. All right, guys, I hope that made sense. On to the next page. A couple of quick fire answers here, guys. We're going to work our way through these very quickly. So remembering that when I add these together, okay, the denominator never changes. So remember, the one down the bottom is the denominator. And what happens is I never add or subtract those. So straight away, it's going to be 7. And 4 plus 2 is 6, okay? Moving over here, Same thing here. The denominator never changes. It's 2 plus 1 equals 3. Over here, 12 plus 12. Okay, remembering that these never change. So 12, it is over there. And then it's 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5 is 13. Okay. So let's have a look over here. Now we're working with subtraction. Remembering that the denominator never changes. Okay, denominator never changes. So 10 is down the bottom. 7 minus 4. Well, 7 minus 4 is 3. Over here, the denominator never changes, so it's going to be 15. And then finally, what is 8? Oh, 13 minus 8. 13 minus 8. Of course, that is 5. And then finally over here, 7/8 minus 5/8. The denominator never changes, so that's an 8. 7 minus 5 is 2. All right, legends, I hope that was okay. Please remember to speak to your teacher if you're unsure.